Hello again. I'm talking to you from central London, where I've been at a remarkable gathering of some 200 experts, leading figures on the issue of sustainability to address delivering sustainability impact at a time of uncertainty. What emerged remarkably strongly is that we shouldn't even be using the word sustainability anymore. These are a couple of quotes from people who are here. We must stop talking about sustainability. It sends the wrong message. People don't really understand it. It's too technical. We've got to find another way of embracing the challenges and certainly addressing the threats as well. And secondly, sustainability does not mean anything anymore. That according to a chief sustainability officer. In other words, we've got to find new language, not least because that's the way the public will be convinced more thoroughly on what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Two words came up: regenerative or impactful. Mouthfuls, but interesting alternatives. One chief sustainability officer talked about how they had been talking to chief executives and how the chief executives 3 or 4 years ago talked sustainability very strongly. Now they're kind of hiding it under a bushel, greenhushing on it, so it's not something which is seen as popular. Secondly, the media is frustrated about the pulling back of many companies who are accelerating on sustainability but don't really want to talk about it. We've really messed up, said one senior figure, on why people are not being motivated. We need to tell many more stories. We must be guided by the science, but we must also be guided, in her words, by the poetry, by the way of telling stories, sharing experiences, positive experiences. Final thought. One chief sustainability officer said, "I'm a hustler, I'm a pirate, and I like getting things done when people are not looking." In other words, much can be achieved on this word. We're not meant to talk about sustainability, but not by shouting about it from the rooftops, because actually it can be done in a far subtler way, something we've reflected in many of our podcasts on Thinking the Unthinkable. And final thought, again, as in my last report from another meeting, the need to cooperate, the need to collaborate, the need to bring organizations together. That's the way you'll get stuff done, simply by the weight, the mass, the scale, and that would produce an urgency. And I'm told that there is a big meeting or two going on here in London to follow up on this meeting today, this open meeting, this public meeting, to discuss among leading organizations how we collaborate, how we cooperate, how we make more impact simply by working together.